This is what's wrong with you motherfucker, with you and your dreams. I'm channeling Brother Panic because we know of the demiurge that feeds off of our emotions, our intellect, our mental stimulations, our stimulants, even down to the hopes of the expectations that we have for our children and the disappointments that come from that, because the hopes is what's cooking in the kitchen and they can feed off of that. So it's important to use proper ingredients, and the ingredients as far as having dreams and expecting the motherfucker to be grateful for your dreams is childish. It's childish in the most primordial, chaotic, titan sense of the word childish. As if you look at it from the Olympian standpoint, when they overthrew the Titans to assert their dominion or their control, or what you would call it, over a world view, or to be worshipped, right? Because if this thing is created, then you might as well give it a purpose, right? And that's what we are as humans. But yes, like for me personally, how can I expect a motherfucker to be grateful for my dream that I'm living in, but can also be a delusion in if I'm not upholding it? If circumstances outside of the dream change for that dream, because our dream world is our spiritual world. So it is a delusion to think that we are ushering in the spiritual world, our dreams, into our actual dreams of some shit related to the physical world, which is this physical matrix hell, thriving in this matrix hell to live a longer life, a longer physical life, not a longer spiritual life where you're in isolation or in the meditative space where time can pass like that down here while you're meditating. Not that kind of life. And so that's where it's like, stop chasing or stop trying. Just be the attraction. Be that self-love. Be that self-discipline. Be that rock. And being a rock isn't being an asshole, because that's still the left-hand path of the spectrum. Be as in neutral, as in nullifying spells, as in absorbing and alchemizing. As in alchemizing, you are in the middle. You're not passive. You're in the middle. You're stretching yourself. Which, you know, if you're in the middle of an argument and you're taking both sides, both people might turn on you. But that's still a form of transformation, and becoming a broader thing on the 4D scale, on the 5D scale. All this is happening simultaneously in the spiritual realm as war. But how can you expect a motherfucker to show some form of appreciation and gratitude for your dream if they're depressed, if they're down? Speaking on mental health for a spiritual level within my own relationship from a video I made yesterday, like I said, in my shadow journal, to myself, it's like, let that energy be, right? Are we heading Westwood? Oh, okay. Okay. But yeah, I'm wrapping this video up because the person that you see as being ungrateful is actually just a reflection of that primordial, titanic, chaotic energy waking you up. It's the alarm. And too many people want to hit snooze. Too many, like me, want to hit snooze. When reparenting your inner child, like I said, a child being the closest thing to godliness and, you know, the heavens, the spiritual heavens. Go back to your childlike state. Reparenting, how do you parent a god? How do you reparent your inner child, your inner God? You do that by dismissing the folly. Dismissing the folly that you grew up in. And a part of that appreciation that you expect if someone's being depressed or is expressing their shadow, and it's not even expressing their shadow. We want people to open up so damn much, but a part of the shadow is it being the shadow. It's only the shadow. It's only the shadow when the light is around. So it's like you see someone's light, you expect them to be that light, but there is that shadow there, and all you can fixate on is the shadow, because the shadow takes a form. You're blinded by the light, and the light doesn't necessarily have a figure. It has an essence, it has an energy. That's why moths bump into the lamp so much, because they don't see the form of the container of the lamp. They just see the light that is all expansive, and they are closer to bumping into someone's freaking boundaries than they, not to go off, but I'm wrapping it up with this allegory. You bump into someone's boundaries or their figure or their shape, and you realize, oh shit, this is actually a knife or a sword or a gun. But you were floating in that light, and that shadow, that left-hand path did the best thing for you by grounding that energy or containing the energy of someone that might not even be aware of how far their light is emitting. But it's not their responsibility, because they have their form, they have their structure already intact. Such as seeing someone's shadow and you want them to stay love and light the entire freaking time. It's a shadow of you. Let me say Jalen saying, so motherfuckers be clear with this message. As it's a shadow impulse. Reparenting the inner child. How do you reparent? And it's something that is learning, not something that I've learned. It's something that you learn for experience. How do you reparent an inner child? How do you reparent a God? Their shadow. Yes, again, channeling Brother Panic, child, rest in power. Because you still have this moralistic view of what appreciation, praise, worship, humbling looks like. You still have that religious mindset, and it's still negative when someone is being negative, or their shadow is showing, or their demon, or you see their day moon during the day. And the day moon can still be on the negative yin aspect of energy, because we know of theories of the dark side of the moon, where the archons reside, where someone's shadow will be ciphering your negative energy, and you end up mad about the person, mad at the dream. Then you want to tear down their light. Then you want to cast your shadow. All of a sudden, their light that was so broad is so dim compared to your shadow that is you attacking. Instead of looking at, wow, I've received so much from this that I see their true essence, their true light, and now I can see their true form. Thank you. Thank you. People already are as they are. We just add biases, filters, all that. Children already are what they are. We just add filters and biases like they're not supposed to change. They are smaller, so they change on a more frequent scale, such as our vibration, our frequency, and our spiritual childlike astral bodies. It changes so fast on the scale, on the vibration, on the polar scale. That's why we shy away from it. So once we get to that, then that's that. But that's the end of that channel. Thank y'all. You know what I'm saying? How you reparent an inner child, inner God. That's how you do it. By constantly shifting, not sitting, being so fixated.